Hi everyone, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. I finally have a real person whose nails I do. I promise I'm not lying to you. So this is my grandmother. I'm doing her nails. She gets colored acrylic on her nails every 2 to 3 weeks. Usually in the summer she tries to do it every 2 weeks because she is, she's outside a lot, doing a lot of work. She normally has more regrowth in the summer. And in the winter, frankly, I'm not here all the time. I'm, at school. So she kind of takes advantage of, not in a bad way, but she takes advantage in a good way of me being home for the summer. So, I know you guys are probably thinking, this girl, says she does nails on other people. She is probably lying. Oh my goodness. I wanted to get a little bit more established with YouTube, a little bit more comfortable before I started to do videos of myself doing other people's nails. So the set that she has on right now, that I'm taking off, it's a colored acrylic set. I know on this ring finger that glitter around her cuticle is Princess Cut from Glam and Glits Colorblind Collection, and then the navy blue is Glam and Glits Crystal Ball, also from the Color Blend Collection. That's a mouthful. She normally keeps to darker colors, but today she actually is getting a I'm saying like it hasn't happened yet. She got a very bright color that, frankly, is a little out of her comfort zone, but I'm proud of her for that. So I am removing her acrylics not down to her bare natural nail. She has a clear layer of acrylic, but for the most part, these are her natural nails. They were formed. I did cut her nails completely off. I soaked her nails off, cut them off completely, and formed them. And because I wanted to, she has really bad ski slope nails, really bad. It's not just the free edge that jumps, but because the free edge does slope up, but they have a super super strong C curve. Some of them don't. And they just slope up really bad. So I almost wanted to train them to stop doing that. And truth be told, since we did do the forms and then take them off, not take them off, we took off her natural nails, did the forms, sculpted her a clear layer, and had her wear that for her nails grew back in about 2.5 months completely, because these are completely her natural nails. Except for maybe one nail on the middle, on her middle finger, on the other hand. I think she might have ripped it off, doing something. So, yeah, these are her complete natural nails. I am just filing back down to her clear layer. The bit I'm using is an extra coarse, 4X coarse safety bit or something from Amazon. I love it. It takes down acrylic super fast. I'm probably working around a 15 or a 20 on my e-file because acrylic removals, I don't want to be here forever, so sometimes I do crank it up to 20. Just kind of depends on how I'm feeling. But I'm just kind of whittling away, and I know it looks like I'm going kind of ham on her nails, but I am lifting that bit up more than more than the camera picks up. So I will go into a little bit of detail, I guess. Some of you watched my video about, I think it was my one about exclusive nail couture and why I still buy from them. It was an unboxing video or something. And I mentioned that my grandmother got me that stuff for my birthday, and that she is my number one nail supporter, and that's 100% completely true. So I owe a lot of how skilled I have become in acrylics. And of course, I have a lot to learn. I'm not perfect by any means. And I think we're our own worst critics, and I am certainly my own worst critic because I'm super judgmental of myself. But my grandmother has given me the wonderful opportunity to learn on her, and she is frankly my most consistent client. I mean, she does not pay for her nails, so don't worry. Don't be like, oh my gosh, you monster, are you charging your grandmother to do her nails? No. But every now and then she does get me product, usually for like my birthday or for Christmas, or in this case, the acrylic that I'll talk a little bit later about that she is going to get on her nails in this video, she wants more like it, so she might buy, like, I kind of might make odd purchases or something, So when I'm doing real people's hands, because I cannot always see on that one side, it's usually on that right side I have trouble seeing, because I'm right-handed. I sometimes have them kind of in crazy positions, but I think that's always safer to just ask them to, like, kind of swivel their hand or, like, manipulate their hand in a way, especially when you're working with an E-file and with a bit this coarse, to make sure that you aren't going to, like, burn them or cut them or anything. So I think that would be better than, cutting them. So I did leave, like I said, removal in this video. I'll show prep the next time I do her nails. Now I'm going to go in with my clear base. I'm going to be completely honest. I totally forgot to prime like 3 of her nails. I normally, when I do anybody's nails, I work like one hand and then the next hand. I don't always do like one hand completely and then like do the other hand completely. So I totally forgot to put primer on 2 of her nails, or these 3 of her nails. And I think that was her telling me that. So obviously, if she has a problem with them, I'm not that far. And she hasn't yet. And this was almost a week ago that she had these nails done. So yeah. And my liquid to powder ratio was not on point in this one. I am aware that my beads are really, really wet with that clear. We are having like a heat wave in Pennsylvania. It's crazy. So the weather in my room, weather. The temperature in my room, I feel like it's weather, fluctuates a lot. Y'all probably just come here to see what stupid things I say. I think I was ready for it to be warmer because it was really, really hot last weekend. And then, it wasn't, so, because I had, like, the AC in my room on, and even sometimes that doesn't help with the humidity. But that's why my beads were so wet. Anyways, that was the Exclusive Nail Couture's clear. So, Nanny picked, I call her Nanny, if you haven't caught on to that yet. Nanny picked this Fuchsia Acrylic from Glam and Glits. It's actually a color changing acrylic. That's why it's looking like it's marbling really badly. It's not. It's just like the warmth of the chemical reaction starting to happen is why it goes like white in some places or whiter in others. You're gonna see how like they do turn like a light pink or almost white once they start to kind of set up, because when acrylic starts to set up, it kind of gets warmer. So like right now it's fuchsia, but it kind of goes when I've seen her lately and she's just kind of been in the house with a normal body temperature, usually the acrylic is like white right down by her like nail bed, which would make sense because the warmth of her body is probably causing it to be white. And then it's usually like a lighter-ish pink. Not quite this intense of a pink, but a light pink on the tip of her nails. So if you want an easy ombre, I guess mood-changing acrylic would be your best friend. But really, it's color-changing acrylic. And this is super fun. It changes with the temperature, so like I said, it goes from this hot pink, and this does have a little bit of sparkle in it. It's really pretty. And then it goes white when it's fuchsia when it's cold, white when it's warm. Yeah, that's what I meant. It's really fun to wear in the winter because it's like more intense pink like when I go outside, and then when I go inside, like I'm super warm, so they're like white and it's a little bit more distinct, but they're also fun for the summer. And she just loves telling people like, oh, they're color changing acrylics. Like, she went shopping that day in like a little bit of a bigger town, like 30 minutes away from us, and she was like, everybody loved my nails. She's super cute about it. So I work really thin with this product. I try to get it like really close to the cuticle and flush to the cuticle first, and then as it's setting up, I kind of like press and pull it down the nail, and I'll cut off any of the excess that there is, or I'll brush it back depending on how much excess there is. This just honestly helps keep it thin, and so I'm not doing it in like a million beads because I feel like that just wastes time. So yeah, you just kind of brush it back and play with it until it's set. Oh, the color is called White Rose. So it's the Glam and Glits Mood Effects collection in White Rose. Those powders are probably the pricier ones that Glam and Glits has. I think they might be around $15 for one ounce container, which, like, for comparison, their color blends are like 2 ounces and they're like $13. So yeah, so you can kind of see how the nails have changed color since they have set up. Now I'm going to cap them in clear. Obviously, we don't want to file that away. Now, Glam and Glitz, like I said, does say that their colored powders are strength powders, but I like to keep my color powder jars full. I think I've mentioned this before because it's cheaper to buy more clear or clear in bulk or something, and then like use less of the colored powders because the colored powders are more expensive since they have like pigments and stuff in them. I'm using clear from Exclusive Nail Couture. I'm also using my Exclusive Nail Couture vanilla brush. It's a size 12 oval Kolinsky. So my grandmother's nails are like deceptively long. Literally, they look really long when they don't have acrylic on them, like when you are looking at her nail because she has almost no nail bed. It's kind of crazy. So, like, the majority of that nail is truthfully her free edge. But then when you get the acrylic on, the nail isn't that long. I don't know if that makes sense. So I'm not like worrying myself too much with an apex. Like, obviously I'm making sure that there's a little bit of strength there, but there's no sense worrying like crazy about like a crazy apex because her nails just don't need it. I've tried to have her have crazy apexes, like not crazy apexes, but like a higher apex, and honestly I think it's lifted more because I think she hits it on more stuff. So I just kind of set a pretty decent size bead of clear at the cuticle, tap it into the cuticle, kind of let it flow down a little bit, and then I kind of let it make its own apex, I guess, if that makes any sense at all. So yeah, I'm just capping these because I don't want to file through anything. I don't know why thumbs always are kind of like the hardest for me, but her thumbs just get on my nerves. I can never seem to get them as nice as all the other nails, and it drives me crazy. So she, not only did my grandmother get like the same color, I can tell you it's iconic from Glam and Glits. It's like a burgundy. It's a burgundy, like maroon color. And she got that forever. So I'm going in and filing. I'm using a fantastic file and an 80 grit, like file sticker thing. It's kind of cool to watch me file with these nails specifically because you can see where I file, especially with my e-file. It'll go white from the heat with the file. I'm just trying to get that shape nice and crisp. But anyways, she just did not want to change her nails, her nail color. And I'm like, Nanny, you got to branch out. Got to try something new. Please, try something new. Try something new. So she tried, for a while, I kind of worked her up to acrylic. I got her, she used to just get gel polish on her natural nails because her nails were strong, but she would break nails. Not all the time, but she would break them. She's only ever lost one acrylic nail. I've probably been doing acrylics on her for about 2 or 3 years now. Probably about 3 years. She's only lost one acrylic nail, which I think is pretty good. It was on her middle finger, which is a weird finger to lose. Anyways. Then I started doing acrylic overlays because her nails were breaking. I think she was working in chemicals a lot, like cleaning stuff, and I think it just made her nails a little bit weaker, and the gel polish just wasn't enough for it. So I started to do a natural nail overlay with acrylic, like just with like a cover pink acrylic, and then I would still do that burgundy gel polish over top of it. But then I started getting into colored acrylics because her gel polish would like dull like really, really badly. Now she works a lot. Like she is really active with her hands. So her top coat typically does dull by like 2 or 3 weeks. I've tried a bunch of different top coats. If you guys have a recommendation of a top coat that will stay shiny, like come heck or high water, you know what I mean? Like you can go through the nuclear apocalypse and your nails would still be shiny, then let me know. Because I've tried Exclusive Nail Couture, I've tried their shiny gel, I've tried their Wonder Gel, I've tried 2 of Kiara Sky's, I've tried their No Wipe Top Coat, which I think is what I end up using on her, and I've also tried their LED UV top coat that's just for enhancements, and it hasn't worked either. Like, none of them, they all seem to dull. So if you guys have any suggestions, please shoot them in the comments below and let me know. So I cleaned up those nails with the file. I took it under the nail a tiny bit to kind of bevel the edge of her natural nail so her natural nail doesn't start to pull away from the enhancement, because that is a risk you run with overlays. I was just running them over with a 150 grit file to make sure that they're like even. I do one swipe over with acetone. I find that this helps the color be more intense and you don't see the scratches. I'm sorry I didn't get to see, I forgot to film it when I top coated them. You'll get to see me top coat this one. We do a little bit of stamping on the ring finger. We just take this is Sweet Swirls CJP stamping plate. I'm using the Baby Bling stamper because her nails are kind of little. I don't know. And I'm using their, I think it's number 4. It's just a silver stamping polish, super pigmented. And then I'm top coating it with, I believe, Kiara Sky non-white top coat. And then I'll send that into the lamp for 60 seconds to do a final cure. Normally I really like stamping lace over this design. It looks really cool when the fingers are, you know, like an intense color, and it looks kind of cool white, like white on white. Alright, so then once it's done, I remove with acetone the excess stamping polish off of her cuticle and stuff with just a little bit of acetone. I use Kiara Sky Nourish Oil on her cuticles for her cuticle oil, and her set is done. So I hope that you like this video. My grandmother is my everything, and she was so excited to have her hands filmed. I think they turned out super cute. And you get a nice picture of her big honkin' engagement ring. So let me know what you guys want to see next. Like, do you like seeing me work on other people? I would certainly be more open to filming other people's nails more often. So thank you again so much for watching. Be sure to comment down below, especially with that top coat thing. Please like this video. Please subscribe to my channel. You guys are all wonderful. Thank you so much for everything that you do. Make sure you're staying safe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.